Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. And I wanted to thank you guys so much for your continued love and support here on the channel. For those of you that are wanting to book a private reading, you can find my email down below in the description box where you can send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services with me. So today's pick a card reading, we are looking into what will this next chapter of your life bring you. So we do have 3 piles for you today. All of these cards are from 3 different decks. I will have these tarot decks listed down below for you guys, as well as the other oracle cards that I will be using for today's reading. So where will this next chapter of your life bring you, or what will it bring you, is what we're going to see. So pile number 1, this is the Ace of Earth or the Ace of Pentacles card. And this one is from the Forhaxa, I believe, Forhaxa Tarot. And that is going to be with this little piece of serpentine crystal with the Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles. For pile number 1, where will the next chapter of your life bring you, or what will it bring you? So pile number 2, you are going to be this Ace of Earth or the Ace of Pentacles, and it is with this little green crystal that has a little speck of white going through it, and this is from the Good Tarot. So that is for pile 2. And then pile number 3, I believe this is the Witch's Wisdom, I believe. I'm not sure, I can't see the box. I think it's the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. And this is the Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles card from this deck. And then we have a little piece of Bloodstone, which is a very deep green color. And that is for pile number 3. So pause the video if you need a little bit more time. If you do feel drawn to more than one of the piles, that is perfectly okay for this reading, as you may have messages that are kind of spread across the tarot. So only take what fits. You know, if a message that's coming through that is making you feel confused, then it may not necessarily be the message that's meant for you. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this video and the messages resonate for you, those are the messages that are meant for you at that time. Okay, so pile 1 here with the serpentine crystal, and then pile number 2 with this little green and white crystal, and then pile number 3 with the bloodstone crystal. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So those of you that resonated with this card here and the little serpentine crystal, this is going to be a reading. So one of the messages that I was getting, just kind of looking at this card, and this is in regards to timing for you guys. Our pick a card today is, where will this next chapter of your life bring you? And so I'm feeling this next chapter of your life is actually something that will be taking place for many of you over the next 2 years. Okay, the next 2 years is the message that I'm getting from this. Okay, so let's take a look to see where this next chapter of your life is bringing you. So we're going to start off with the tarot, and I am going to be using the Hobbit Tarot today. And then, like I said, I will have the decks listed down below for you guys. So let's see, pile number 1. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Pile number 1. So let's see Where will the next chapter of your life bring you? Okay, so we have Temperance. So we do have Sagittarius energy. And Temperance is about balance. Balance and the process of alchemy, manifestation. To me, this is saying a lot about co-creating your dreams, visions that you have. I feel like for your future. Many of you are very powerful manifestors here. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. So let's see here. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? And for many of you, I feel like it's a lot of manifestation of abundance with the Wheel of Fortune, luck, prosperity. To me, this is also about you aligning with your destiny. We also have the Lover's energy here. So some of you, this can even be manifesting your true love, okay? The person you are meant to be with, especially for those of you that are single, okay? It could be that you are meeting and connecting with the one. Let's see what else is coming through. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Wow, so we have all major arcana that have come out so far. So this is big. This is big. Let's see what else. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Wow, look at that. The Hangman. All major arcana. Okay, so I feel like this next chapter of your life is most definitely going to be something that is very profound. The Hangman energy is also a card of enlightenment. And for many of you, I feel like this is a very important part of your path, especially for those of you that are really working on your spiritual path, your journey. To me, looking at this here with the Judgment card, it's also clearing a lot of karma, being able to make peace with the past, let it go, leave it behind. There's a lot of forgiveness, a lot of healing, a lot of profound transformation that is taking place for you. The Lover's energy to me is also about you finding balance from within yourself, with your feminine, your masculine energies within you. And I'm also feeling that in this next chapter of your life, it's bringing you to a place where you are being led and guided by your heart, your intuition. There's also a lot of powerful creative energy. Some of you, I'm feeling this is you. I'm getting some of for you. There's a move that is taking place here, and this could be moving, with a job or even into another place where you're choosing to live. I'm seeing how there's this little house here in the background. So many of you, I feel like you're in this next chapter of your life, you're allowing your heart to lead you towards where you feel you are destined to be. There's also this huge shift, I feel like, with the Hangman energy. Even at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. It's like these are all major arcana for you. Justice is also balance, karmic balance. And I feel like for some of you, it can even be going through another awakening, okay? For some of you, especially those of you that have already been on your spiritual path. The Hangman is a change or a shift in perspective and gaining insight, awareness, enlightenment. Judgment is this period in our life where we are releasing our heaviness, our burdens, our pains. We are releasing the things that our soul may have been holding on to for so long for many of you. So being that we have all of these major arcana here, like I said, for many of this is taking place over the next 2 years, where there are these huge shifts of release and changing and shifting perspective. And I feel like being more in tune with yourself and your own energy. And the Wheel of Fortune is this energy of flow through the ebbs and flow of life, the cycles, the ups, the downs. But I'm feeling that with the Justice card, Temperance, the Lovers, these cards are talking about balance. And so I feel like there is a lot of this positive karma in a way that is taking place for you over, like I'm feeling over the next 2 years for you, for many of you, this next chapter of your life. What else am I seeing here? Just a lot of very powerful transformation that is taking place. Temperance, like I said, is about the process of alchemy, co-creation. And with the Wheel of Fortune being here, this is for many of you manifesting abundance. Some of you are manifesting love, union, I'm feeling as well. So a lot of beautiful, powerful change here. Even with the card that you chose, I'm looking at how she's kind of like holding this little seed here, and it's sprouting, and there's this beautiful light that is coming in and shining on that little seed, helping it to really sprout and grow. Some of you could be going through some type of rebirth here. So a lot of very powerful transformation, and I feel like a lot of it may also be taking place. For some of you, I feel like it's happening within the heart chakra. For others of you, it is finding this overall peace, tranquility, equilibrium, feeling that your life is kind of flowing into this phase of ease, especially for those of you that have been very challenged. And I'm looking at this Judgment card here, how there is a bunch of these people that look like they are, I don't know if they're going to war, or they're just completion of that here. But yeah, for many of you, I feel like it's this end of this long cycle of maybe feeling very challenged with many different things that you may have gone through. And this Judgment card is where we kind of wipe the slate clean and we start fresh and we start new without bringing in the energy of the past. So I feel like something very, very profound for you. We have the Ten of Pentacles right underneath that. So the Ten of Pentacles is a card of stability, financial stability, security. Like I said, for many of you could be meeting the person that you were truly meant to be with. Many of you, this is a life partner. But the Ten of Pentacles is also, many of you could be working and manifesting towards a family, building up wealth, leaving behind a family legacy, like building one up for yourself in this lifetime, where something that you're able to leave behind for family. There's also this energy of balance and harmony happening. I feel like it's just kind of like this overall energy here of just peace, just calm. It's like putting many of the things that you've gone through that have been very difficult in your life, like that phase. And it's not to say that you won't find challenges, in the future with things, but I feel like you're kind of entering this phase in this chapter of your life that is much more in the flow of who you truly are, and finding that alignment to kind of bring in many different blessings. I feel like as well, there's like this whole new shift of perspective in the way that you look at life, and just kind of having things flow into your life so much, I feel like, easier, without feeling so much of the struggle and the challenge. And I feel like many of you have been working really hard towards trying to create this level of stability and security for yourself. And many of you, I feel like it's kind of like this karmic reward, karmic blessings, like the universe taking or has taken notice of all of this energy that you've put out towards, trying to better yourself and trying to be more in alignment. And this is something that is like you're receiving karmic justice, is the way that I'm seeing this, and being able to release a lot of the past. And this is coming back to you in ways that are bringing in, I feel like, a lot more unity, stability. There's a strong sense of family here too, with the Ten of Pentacles. So it can be finding more balance even in family situations. For many of you, it's some of you, I'm getting, this could even be receiving some type of huge financial blessing. For many of you, it can even be an inheritance, or it's that you are that person in the family that has worked so hard to create this level of wealth and security for yourself, that this will be something that you are able to leave behind, for generations to come. So this is really generational wealth, leaving a legacy, right? Creating your legacy, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's look at, and like I said, there's like all major arcana here. So we have Gemini, we have Pisces, we have Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, we have Sagittarius, and we do have a Libra energy here as well, and a Virgo. Okay, so let's see what else for pile number 1. What will this next chapter of your life? And to me, this is you, like I said, finding union within the self, being much more in a place of balance. And even when you have those times when you go through, difficulties or face adversity, the Wheel of Fortune is us learning, right? Because with the Judgment card here, there's been many things that you've gone through, and so we become very wise, very knowledgeable through these experiences, and being able to overcome them and be able to kind of shift in our perspective about the things that we've gone through, the things that we have overcome. And so the Wheel of Fortune, being that it is about the ebb and flow of life, the cycles, the ups and downs, the twists and turns, the things that we go through, we learn that when we go through those cycles of not so great times, that we can understand that things will not always be that way, and that we can be, I feel like, better able to manage when we're going through the challenging times, and knowing that it will be something that will pass. Okay, so it's like your ability to better able handle those cycles that you go through, and more just understanding, this is something that I'm going through, it's going to pass, we're going to move through this, and not have it be something that completely sabotages, say, your progress, your growth, your expansion. Many of you with the Temperance card here, it can even be that you are focusing more so on promoting balance in many different ways in your life. And that could be, peaceful relationships, peaceful friendships, family type of situations. It could be that you're taking better care of yourself. You're taking care of your body. You are, eating good food, drinking enough water, exercising. Temperance is about also moderation, right? So let's just say that you have been someone who's been an overspender, or you've been someone who ate all the good foods, all the junk foods, and overindulged. Temperance is really that place where you learn to just kind of bring about much more balance. And that can even be with abundance as well, like learning how to be a better saver, a better, staying on budget, let's just say, creating more harmony and unity and love within connections with family members, friends, personal relationships, things of that nature. So it's a very beautiful time, I feel like, for you. And I feel like very well deserved as well, because from that Judgment card, I'm definitely seeing that you've gone through some pretty challenging, I feel like, chapters of your life, and this is something that is very long overdue and well deserved for you, pile one. Let's see here. Where will this next chapter of pile number one's life bring them? We have optimism, okay, which is beautiful because it's like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, we're rolling with the punches, you know, whatever life brings us. And so this is you choosing, with, especially with the Hangman being here. Hangman is all, like I said, all about perspective and gaining insight, you know, and even when you have, like I said, have those times when you feel a little challenged by life, it's being able to be open to other perspectives, different ways of looking at things, understanding situations, understanding certain cycles that you might go through. And it's about choosing to be more optimistic about things. Also patient with the Temperance energy, right? Especially if for those of you that are working towards manifesting love, abundance, things of that nature. So it's you learning how to have a more optimistic way of viewing things within your life. The Wheel of Fortune is also about a major turning point in our life. Okay? Major turning point, which is beautiful, right? This means that you can be following your heart's desires where maybe before you felt afraid to pursue a certain passion or to, you know, a certain creative idea. So you're reaching this place in your life with the Wheel of Fortune where you're understanding, I feel like, so much more about yourself, about the experiences that you have, and really with the Lover's energy, following and allowing your heart, your intuition to guide you towards what truly resonates for you. So let's see what else pile number one. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? We have the Finch and the Peach. Wow, we have romance here. Okay, so yeah, and for some of you, you know, if you're already in a relationship and, you know, you are happy in it, then I would say that this is bringing in a better energy between you and your partner as well, right? Even with Judgment, because Judgment is where is basically life review. Okay, we look back at our past. What did we learn from it? Put the past behind us. There's a lot of forgiveness, a lot of healing. Judgment is also about us answering the call of our soul. Okay, so many of you could be stepping into what you feel your life purpose is. So it's huge, okay? Huge changes for you, especially with this all being major arcana. This is, I feel like this next chapter for you is going to be very, very important for you. I feel like very rewarding. Something that, like I said, that definitely feels like it's far, far long overdue for you to be able to have this type of energy come in. So yes, romance, definitely, like I said, some of you could be aligning with the person you're truly meant to be with. Romance, love, I'm seeing a lot of a very passionate energy. Okay. Those of you, like I said, that are already in a relationship and you're happy there, right? Then this to me is promoting much more ease, patience, love, unconditional love with the Lover's energy here. And you being able to kind of flow in that. And the unconditional love is truly very high vibrational energy. High vibrational energy. So resonating at that energy and, you know, only surrounding yourself, I feel like, with people that are also within that vibration. So it feels much more harmonious. Okay, much more harmonious in energy. So let's see here. Pile number one. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Where will this next chapter of pile number one's life bring them? Many of you, I feel like, are also ending with this new chapter. You are closing out. I'm feeling a major karmic cycle that you may have been in for quite some time. And so this is really profound change that you're experiencing in this next chapter. I love that. We have celestial here, cosmos, creation, and spiral. And this is also the number 17 here, which reminds me of the star in the tarot, which is about wish fulfillment. It is you being and having your wishes, your dreams come true, manifest for you. The star is also an energy of hope, faith, trust, you know, in the divine, in where spirit is leading you towards. And I actually want to see what the guidebook says about this one. But yes, we've got creation here, a spiral. So let's see. What is that? 17. Okay, so it says the spiral was an important symbol for the Celts. It symbolized many things, but mostly it represented movement and the constant spinning of cycles and of the stars in the night sky. The North Star was believed to be the location of what they termed as heaven. The stars spiraled in the sky, which became the pathway to how souls ascended to heaven. Let's see. A spiral has no beginning or ending. It just is. When we think of creation, we think of there being a beginning. A beginning usually needs a force to create it. So where does this force come from? It needs movement. It needs motivation and an energy or force behind it to make it start. What are you about to create? What do you need in order to make it happen, and how will you continue to keep it moving? To keep something moving, it needs a consistent flow of energy, a sustainable force. In drawing this card, you may be asked to look at what drives your momentum. Is it sustainable? Will it be enough to keep everything moving, or are you driving things too fast, which will end up in burnout? Just as we draw energy from the earth, so too can we draw upon the energies from above us. Other realms, the moon, the stars, the sun, all are energies that we can work with. Keeping in mind that we are made from stardust, meditating or journeying can help us connect with these energies. So it may be a time to explore new options for keeping your cup full. Sustainability is the key here to keep the spiral forever in motion. Okay? So definitely a very beautiful, beautiful energy here. Cosmos, creation. There's a lot of, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the flow here. You definitely being in the flow, right? Especially with Temperance being here. It's this beautiful process that's taking place for you. So let's see what else. Pile 1. Where will this next chapter in your life bring you? Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Okay, so we have repair. And with Temperance, you know, this can also bring about, like I said, a lot of healing. Lots of healing. Lots of very restorative energy, because Judgment is also about a rebirth, renewal. Okay? Lots of beautiful healing energy. Where will this next chapter of pile number 1's life bring them? Look at that. We have chamomile here with inner peace. Okay. Which is beautiful. Look how she's just so calm, so relaxed. Some of you, I'm feeling this move can even be something that's moving you closer even to nature, helping you to feel very grounded. It's a very restorative energy, like this soul restoration that's taking place for you, especially with the repair being here. We do have the number 9 here, so that does connect into the Hermit energy. The Hermit energy is a very much a period of rest, meditation, reflection, introspection. And this is especially important, especially for those of you that will be answering the call of your soul, right? Finding out what your life purpose is, or aligning yourself with that. Like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, aligning with your destiny, who and what, you are truly meant to become. And so, it's a lot of very beautiful energy as well. With the repair here, we have the number 3 and 4. Both of them individually, to me, is also the Empress and the Emperor, which are the feminine and the masculine. Okay, so I am seeing this, like I said, for many of you as a union within the self. For some of you, it can even, maybe if you do have a divine counterpart, aligning with them there as well. 34 also reduces to a 7, which is the Chariot. And the Chariot is a very powerful energy of willpower and determination, focus, drive, are kind of like that spiritual force from within the self that's helping to lead us towards success, victory, accomplishments, making progress, and feeling motivated for changing, for shifting, for moving along and ahead on our path. The number 17 also reduces to an 8, which is the Strength card. And the Strength card is about us finding that inner peace within the self. It is also a card of balancing out the ego, controlling the ego, right? So that the ego is not in control, but more or less we are learning how to bring that energy into balance, the desires of the ego, and more or less going with our intuition and our heart versus the ego taking control and leading us sometimes in places where we don't really want to be. So it's the Strength card is a very much a card of gentleness and calmness, right? Which is also this inner peace energy. So it's a very beautiful time, like I said, in this next chapter of your life that you are or will be experiencing. Like I said, for many of you, this is something that's taking place within the next 2 years for this next chapter that's here. Some of you may have already started to experience these shifts and these changes that are taking place within you. And that could be that there's a lot of things that may be kind of coming to the surface for you, that you are working through, that you are healing. Forgiveness is something with the Judgment card that goes and really helps you, and we don't always arrive at that place of forgiveness, towards others or even ourselves. This is also a place where we let go of anger and resentment, right? To really feel this energy of inner peace, there is a lot of letting go, okay, with Judgment. And like I said, for many of you, can be really changing and shifting the perspective that you have about maybe those cycles that you've gone through that haven't been so great. But it is us being able to, take that moment's pause and introspection and reflection, and to take the time to do the inner child healing and to do the shadow work, where that change or shift in perspective makes all the difference for us to be able to no longer be burdened by the things that we're holding on to, and to have that freedom within our soul to be released of the heaviness that we've been holding on to. If it's grief or sadness, pain, regrets, guilt, shame, anything that we've been holding on to. So it's a very, very beautiful energy that I feel like you are going through, right? Next chapter. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile number 2. So those of you that resonated with this card here, with this beautiful, looks like a stag to me, a deer stag, but yeah, it's just a very profound presence. Before we get into pulling the tarot, just a couple of the messages that I was kind of getting as I was meditating on this here. I feel for many of you with our pick a card topic today, where will this next chapter of your life bring you? And there is a lot of this energy of your ancestors that are coming in here. And I am feeling a very strong masculine presence. Very strong masculine presence that's kind of coming through for you here. And I feel like this is someone that is guiding you. This does feel like an older ancestor, okay? Very masculine energy. And I'm feeling that this next chapter of your life for many of you is going to be happening over the next 3 to 7 months. Okay, 3 to 7 months. 3 to 7 is what's coming through. But yes, there's a lot of ancestral energy that is very, very supportive of you and really trying to help you. I feel like at this time, there are some things I'm seeing here that your ancestors are really wanting you. I'm just going to hold that up there. That are really wanting you to work towards releasing here. As you kind of move into this next chapter here. And so I want to see what else. But yes, I'm just getting this very strong masculine presence here. So let's see. And for some of you, that could be, you know, father. It could be even a spouse, grandparent. Very, very powerful energy, though. Very protective over you, pile 2. Particularly this ancestor. It feels very, very paternal. Very, very protective over you. Okay, let's see. Pile number 2. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Pile number 2. Okay, so we do have the devil energy here. So we have Capricorn. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? We have the Ace of Wands. We have Temperance. Okay, I like that. I like that because we have the devil here, so let's see. Where will this next chapter of pile number 2's life bring them? 7 of Wands. And we have the Star. Okay. All right, and then bottom of the deck, look at that. We have the Emperor. This, like I said, there's just a very strong masculine energy that's coming through, and we have the Emperor here. Wow. Okay, so I see that we have the devil here, but... And normally I would say, okay, maybe this is not such a great thing, but I like it. I like it here for you. Because looking at this dragon here and how it's kind of just like breathing out its fire. And there is this house, huge, well, not what's more than a house. It's like a whole village that is being burned here, with this dragon that's breathing its fiery breath all over it. And I'm noticing how there's a bunch of mountains here in the background as well. But what I'm kind of getting from this, because if you look at this guy here, he's holding this wand that is on fire on both ends of it, actually. And then we also have that happening here in the Seven of Wands as well. So I'm seeing this devil in a positive way, in that there is a lot of very powerful energy here, of this masculine energy that I feel like are going to be leading with in this next chapter of your life, which is bringing about, it's almost like there is this fire that is being lit within you that is putting you like on this mission, and it's just like very powerful, because it almost makes me feel like your spark is being lit full on, turning into like a village fire, a village fire, in that there is this, because the aces are about new beginnings. And in this case with the Ace of Wands, this is creative. This is a creative spark. It is passion. It is drive. It is fire. So to me, I'm seeing you as that dragon that is essentially, even though the devil is something that can be very restrictive and oppressive and, be something that kind of holds us back, I'm seeing here, because we have Temperance, where the devil is something where we are being restricted or, say, overindulging. Temperance helps to bring balance to that. Okay? So I'm feeling that this is a controlled energy of the devil, with the Temperance card being here. It's like you are working with this very focused intention, because the Emperor is also Aries energy. And if you look at him here, he's got his little bow and arrow here, which means to me that it's almost like this preparation of this focused intention. And this guy here looks like he's ready to direct that energy. And so that is where I see the devil in this place for you, in a positive light, because the devil energy can also be something that's very powerful for us when we are using it in the right way. Okay? And in this case, I'm seeing that you are using this in a way with this fire and passion and drive and motivation to work towards, maybe for some of you, something creative. Okay, with the Ace of Wands, it could be some type of spark or an idea or inspiration that you have here. And even if you look around him, there's a bunch of stars that are surrounding here. So to me, it's like this new beginning here that is taking place within you, this shift or this change of this energy. And if you look at this guy with the Temperance card, Temperance, like I said, is a card of balance, of moderation, equilibrium, harmony. And looking at him, he looks like he's like ready to go after something. So to me, there's a lot of this very powerful masculine energy that's coming through for you. The Seven of Wands is a card of perseverance, in a place where we have, or being challenged by obstacles, adversity. And this is us really standing our ground. Maybe for some of you, it's learning how to set boundaries. But this is also a lot of very powerful energy I feel like you are putting towards something here. And the Emperor energy, being that it is masculine, is all about strategy, focus, discipline, stability, of being very grounded and focused towards what it is that you are creating here. Like I said, he's got his bow and arrow here. So makes me kind of feel that he is going to be making some type of decision here. So in your case, you, this is that you are focusing on something that you will be creating here, something that you could be working towards manifesting, because we also have temperance. And temperance is that process of alchemy, co-creation. And it kind of makes me feel like, looking at the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Devil, that there is kind of like this unstoppable force that is in a way emerging from you, where you are leading this next chapter of your life with the masculine energy, but in just a very powerful, powerful way. The star energy here is a card of healing. It's also a card that is very restorative, peaceful. It's also about having trust and faith and, being optimistic about things. The star is also about having and receiving and being open to blessings and things coming into your life. And I feel like it's you working towards them, focusing all of this powerful energy and making things happen in the next chapter of your life. And the star is about wish fulfillment. So I'm feeling that this is you extending all of this powerful energy towards what you are truly wanting. I'm looking at the star in a way that this is you being guided towards your destiny, and you're leading with this very powerful energy of the Emperor. Very, like, almost like the masculine energy is like switching on, switching on. And yeah, to me, with having the Devil and Temperance, I'm kind of seeing this as a way that you are using this energy of the Devil in a way that is controlled desire, because the Devil energy can be about, materialism and, money and, wanting the finer things in life, or you're overindulging in them, right? We want the fancy car and house and, all the fun stuff, right? With the Devil energy. But to me, with the Temperance card being here, it's kind of like that controlled energy where you are using this Devil energy to your benefit in a powerful way that you know exactly what you're doing with this energy, right? Directing it like that guy is doing there with that wand. Very, very powerful from what I'm seeing here. Okay, so we do have Aries, we have Aquarius, we have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Capricorn. Okay, so let's pull the rest of your oracle cards. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 2. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? It's like making me feel like nothing is holding you back. And we have the pleasures of life. I love that, because the Devil is about, those pleasures, like I said, the money and all the material things, right, that we love. But to me, it's like you're working towards this in a way that you're channeling that energy. Channeling in a powerful, beautiful way here. So yes, this is Spirit saying here, you're enjoying, right, the pleasures of life, making your dreams come true wishes being fulfilled, leading you towards your destiny. For some of you, and I'm saying because this is a general reading, so it may not be for all of you, but with the Star and the Devil, I'm also seeing this as some of you are kind of like making your way towards this success, because that's kind of like what the Devil energy is. It's like we have this fire that is lit within us that we want, you know, it can be about power with the Devil, power, sometimes control, right? But with Temperance being here, I feel like you're doing it in a way that I would say, I don't even know what the right word for this would be. Responsible, responsible Devil energy. But the Star to me and the Devil could be that many of you, especially if you're working like with, like let's just say you're writing a book or you are on social media. To me, this is you or you're building a business that you are kind of channeling into this energy to make your way to the top. When I think of the Devil energy in a positive way, I imagine someone, and I don't know why this image always comes in my mind. I always think of like a person who works in New York and they are wanting to just like, they have this drive and this fire that's within them that they just want to make their way to the top. And there is nothing that is going to stand in their way of them being successful. And I can see them kind of like power walking down the street in New York with all the taxis passing by. And it's just like, they're looking at this big building that they're going to go into right now. And they're just going to like, they're going to do all the things. They're going to be successful. They're not going to take no for an answer. So that's kind of the way that I see this Devil energy in a positive way. So for many of you, I see it as you kind of have it as that kind of like driving force within you in a way that is unstoppable. And for many of you with that Star energy here, it could even be that this, let's just say, like I said, you're creating a business or something like that, or successful in your career. And you're like, I'm going to, you know, be recognized. I'm going to be noticed. The Star energy is about fame, right? And maybe literally becoming a star, being well known for something that you were doing here. So if many of you, it can be a very powerful energy that you're leading with here. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through. Pile. Yes, there's like this, definitely, I'm noticing how she's Bast is holding the Ankh. And to me, this is also this beautiful symbol of a rebirth for you. Let's see what else. Where will this next chapter bring pile number 2? The heart center, connection, love, and receiving. And in this little heart here, there's a little keyhole. So to me, this is kind of you unlocking. Maybe you are keeping yourself open to receive. Like I said, a very powerful energy with Temperance is about co-creation. The process of alchemy, transmutation of energies, right? So it's kind of like transmuting that Devil energy in a powerful, powerful, powerful force. Right? So any of the limitations, the self-limiting beliefs, the fears, the insecurities, the doubts in yourself, the oppressive energy, it's like no more. I'm using this as my power. And maybe that's why we see Temperance, where he looks like he's just like, rawr. You know, he's just all about that power and that energy. It's like, it's, you know, in a way, it's like giving you this, I don't know, I'm feeling like super powered, supercharged energy. Okay, let's see what else. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Pile number 2. Okay, so we have the bobcat and the blackthorn with patience. And patience is right there with temperance, right? So maybe it's like you learning to really work towards what this is, right? Like I said, the finer things, but learning maybe to be more patient with how things manifest in your life and being optimistic and knowing that they will show up for you is what I am seeing with that. So let's see what else. So pile number 2, where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Better control. I feel like much more control, especially over the ego, right? Like I said, in a very controlled way, but yet getting that energy to work for you in a positive way, which is especially amazing for you, especially if you're Capricorn. Have some strong Capricorn placements. Let's see. Where will this next chapter in life bring you? Pile 2. Okay, so we have 2 here. We have compassion. I have to put this up here because these aren't all going to fit. Because I only planned on 1, but 2 came out for you, so we're going to roll with it. So we have compassion, and then we also have stimulate here. So yeah, maybe for some of you there's a lot of healing that's happening here as well with the star, because with the heart center here, connection, love, and receiving, right? To me, this is also about healing and removing blockages maybe from your heart space. And I'm noticing how in this stimulate card here, we have Guarana, and we have a picture of the brain. So like I said, I'm just feeling like there's some kind of like switch or something just kind of like switching over for you in a way that you are being kind of led from a place of, I feel like, how do I want to explain this? Activation. You know, like I said, with that Ace of Wands, it's something here that you're receiving some type of download, creative inspiration, a new passion, you know, that you could be pursuing, or maybe even feeling more passionate about life in a way, you know, something that's helping you. I'm getting, because if you're healing heart chakra energy here and feeling much more love and compassion and openness and receptivity, to me there's also this clearing that could also be taking place within your crown chakra, in that you are able to receive messages from spirit and having spirit in a way kind of guide you towards your destiny, especially with the star being there. Let's see, pile number 2, where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Ashwagandha with purpose, right? So that is beautiful, because this is you living your life with more purpose, right? Feeling happy, feeling content, feeling at peace, at ease, more harmony, more balance within your life. And then we're seeing both the moon and the sun, which are both masculine and feminine energies here, right? So maybe this is, for some of you, there's a creative idea or creative inspiration that comes in for you that is guiding you towards, you know, what your purpose is with the star, towards your destiny, towards, you know, making your dreams, your wishes come true. So very, very beautiful energy for you, pile number 2. So I'm going to leave your reading here for you. I do hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile number 3. So those of you that resonated with this card here, this is going to be a reading. So Before we get into pulling the tarot, just as I was just kind of channeling into this energy for you about where will the next chapter of your life bring you. And I was trying to get some messages from Spirit surrounding timing as far as when this next chapter of your life will begin. And a lot of what was coming through for you guys was anxiety. Anxiety about some type of surrounding this shift or this change. And I feel like there is a fear that's attached to that about having to make some type of change here. For many of you, it is starting down a new path. For some of you, there's a move that may be required or that you've been thinking about, whether that is with career, where you live, some type of shift here. And I feel like Spirit's been saying that you've been kind of stuck in a cycle of worrying or anxious about the shift or the change. So a lot of this is also dependent upon your ability to be able to reduce the amount of anxiety that you have surrounding this, maybe a leap of faith for some of you, some type of a shift or change here. And I was getting the numbers 8 and 9. So some of you, this could be literally, what is that? August, September through December of this year. For others of you, I'm getting 8 to 9 weeks or months from now. And what else was I getting here? Yeah, 8 to 9 weeks or months. And then also 8, 9, I'm getting August, September, some of you maybe even through December, Sagittarius season. Okay. But yeah, this is Spirit saying there's a lot of you almost kind of like spinning your wheels, like we're ready, we want to do this, but when? When? Okay. That's what was coming through. So let's see. Pile number 3. So I'm feeling there's a lot of you really learning to trust your intuition at this time. Okay. And where and when. But yeah, I'm feeling the anxiety could be something that is kind of in a way drowning out the intuition, the gut feeling. You're overthinking or overanalyzing. And we are in that place, our judgment becomes clouded. Our intuition, we kind of in a way block it out because there's fears that are coming from the ego that are getting in the way of those messages from your higher self. Okay. So I would say grounding, meditating, asking Spirit a question for those of you that are not really familiar with working with your higher self and your intuition. Just take some time, little space for yourself. Go outside, inside, wherever you're at, and just kind of close your eyes, some deep breaths, and you can ask your question to your higher self, your spirit team. You can ask it out loud. You can ask it in your mind and ask Spirit for that guidance that you need about this next chapter. And kind of wait and allow with no attachment to a specific outcome. Just be open and receptive to whatever comes through. For some of you, it can be a word, it can be a number, it can be a color, it can be a full-on vision. But basically just kind of ground yourself into that energy and allow Spirit to speak to you, through you, with that wisdom and that guidance is going to help you with this next part of your chapter of life. And I feel like many of you are just kind of like, right there with this shift or this change. And there's just so much built up anxiety and fear surrounding it. Let's see. Pile number 3. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Okay. So we have the Death card. The Death card is about transformation, change. Okay, let's see what else. We have the Hermit. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? The Tower. That is huge. Huge change here. The Tower is massive shifts, massive changes. The Tower can even bring in upheaval, chaos, destruction, feeling that our life is kind of in a way being flipped upside down. But we have to know that it is something that's happening for our highest good, right? This is helping us to release that which is not no longer in alignment for us. The Tower energy can also be a huge epiphany, realization, a wake-up call. And many of you with the Hermit energy here could be spending a lot of time in solitude, a lot of reflection, a lot of introspection, on a journey of solitude. But yes, to me, this is a profound transformation that is taking place within you. And the Hermit energy can also be something very helpful in that it helps you to truly find out who you are as a person, what your desires are, what your passions are. This is an energy where we truly find ourselves. You know, the Hermit energy can also be when we are going through periods of depression or loneliness, isolation, you know, shedding the whole world out, or, you know, maybe spending that time to do shadow work, to do inner child healing. So let's see what else is here. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? And it may even be through that period of alone time and, you know, introspection that you recognize what you have to release. Okay? Because the Death card is about endings. And that could be the ending of a job, the ending of a relationship, and the ending of a certain pattern of behavior or a way of thinking, right? This transformation can be taking place external in your environment, right? Leaving a job, leaving a relationship, ending a friendship, or it can be something that's happening to you internally. Okay? So where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Pile number 3. Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of emotional abandonment, withdrawal, detachment, letting something go, walking away from something, leaving something behind. And again, with this Eight of Cups, kind of like the message that I was getting earlier for you, there is this person that's kind of riding away on a horse here. And there are these two, I don't know what they are, eagles maybe? Or hawks? I don't know. Maybe a hawk is a little smaller. But to me, this is kind of symbolic of spirit guiding you, leading you towards this energy. The Eight of Cups is about us setting out on a journey of discovering the self. Moving away from things that no longer are in alignment, things that no longer bring us fulfillment, things that are no longer serving a purpose, right? This is us walking away from empty cups, things that no longer have anything that are serving our highest good, okay? So it's a lot of powerful change that this next chapter of your life, it's very transformative. You know, looking at the Tower card, it can be something that is very scary, right? Because sometimes it can, like I said, create a lot of massive change, right? Relationships ending, jobs ending, you know, being in the comfort zone, or, you know, the Hermit can also be a period of time where we're not really doing anything in our life. We're not really making changes, or we're not really, we feel maybe even a little bit stagnant, a little bit lost, right? So let's see what else. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Pile number 3. The Sun. Beautiful. Why? Because you have all of this change here. The Death card, the Tower, the 8 of Cups. And like I said with the Tower, that it is, although there's change and it's release of things, the destruction, the breaking down of something, it is something that is happening for your highest good. And we've got the Sun here. The Sun is a beautiful energy of abundance, success, achievement, celebration, happiness, joy, fulfillment. Okay? So it's you doing all of this work here by releasing those things that are not in alignment, right? Like I said, for many of you can be having huge wake-up call, realizations, epiphany, awakening, and finally maybe even recognizing, I need to get myself out of this place or this situation or this way of thinking and lead myself towards this place of bliss, of happiness, you know? And in this card, we're seeing how all of this beautiful water is kind of running down this stream, you know, this butterfly that's here, which is also to me that symbol of transformation, change. Okay. So we've got Leo energy here. We do have Pisces. We also have Aries, Scorpio, and a Virgo. Okay. It could be your sun, moon, or rising here. But this is powerful. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. And then we also have the Nine of Cups. So the Knight of Wands is about pursuing passion. For some of you, this is relocation. Okay. Relocation, some type of movement, travel, but it's also about you pursuing your passions. Maybe even more focused intention towards what your passions or your dreams or your goals are. There's also a lot that's being learned here in this, in that the Sun, you've also reaching this place of awareness, enlightenment as you go through this. The Nine of Cups is about a wish being fulfilled, right? So this could be you being led towards whatever is wish fulfillment for you, whether that is having a better paying job, a better relationship, letting go of the ones that don't serve, right? We're seeing in this Nine of Cups card how this guy is, what is he carrying? Like a little harp, but it looks like there's this little house that's here. So some of you could be maybe moving, new destination here, but otherwise moving towards a place. The Nine of Cups is a card of fulfillment, a card of luck, a card of abundance, satisfaction, emotional fulfillment. Okay. So this is big changes, powerful, profound transformation. I'm noticing how both in the Death card and the Tower energy here, there's lightning in both of them. Okay. So to me, this is a profound change and transformation that is taking place within you. And I'm looking at how in the Hermit card, there is this little bee here. and he's got an axe here. So the hermit energy is normally depicted as, this man who's holding a lantern with a little star inside of it. But, and that can be just kind of like this meditative, reflective, introspective energy. But what's different about this hermit is that bee and that axe, which to me is that in this time, in this space, that you were doing all of that inner work and healing and, finding out who you are and your passions and really digging deep, I feel like within yourself, this is you actually working. So it's not just, I'm alone and I'm lonely and, sad and I feel lost, which yes, you could. But there's also a lot of hard work that you are putting into yourself and working through those energies so that you can then release them and create the changes in your life that you truly wish to see. And allow yourself to be guided in a way by your higher self to lead you towards this feeling of happiness and contentment, more in the flow, I feel like, of what you're truly meant to experience within your life versus holding on to things or, beliefs or situations long past them being useful to you any longer. Recognizing that certain things in your life may have already served their purpose. So why are we still holding on to them? With the Eight of Cups, some of you may also be really working on healing from any type of addictions as well, right? The Eight of Cups is letting go of vices, addictions. It could be old patterns of behavior that you're letting go of, right? There's this huge, just powerful transformation that is taking place for you in this next chapter of your life, ultimately leading you towards happiness, joy, fulfillment in your life. It's kind of like this beautiful energy preparing for rebirth. Okay, preparing for your rebirth, preparing for your rising in a way. Kind of like the leveling out of things that are no longer, like I said, serving a purpose, and you just kind of opening up into this beautiful energy moving forward. Okay, so let's see what else, pile number 3. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? We have optimism. Okay, so we like that. We like that because, there could be a lot going on here in this hermit energy, right? It could be feeling, like I said, lost, sad, depressed, doing a lot of shadow work, inner child healing, trying to find yourself, trying to figure out who you are and what your place is. For some of you, it can even be, I'm just feeling maybe battling a lot of maybe depression. I'm also getting, of course, with the Hermit, dark night of the soul energy, right? And that dark night of the soul energy is where we feel completely disconnected from our higher self, from our path. We don't know where we're going, what we're doing, and we can become very detached, right, from others and very disconnected. But with this optimism here, this is, to me, this shift that is changing for you, this happiness. I'm also noticing that this creature here has these arrows that are going through him. So for many of you, it can be releasing maybe and letting go of a lot of pain. A lot of pain. A lot of clearing, though, as I'm seeing here, because with that water, to me, that water is that symbol of that purification. With the sun being in here, which is bringing in new energy, vitality, growth. So yes, changing and shifting into an energy of optimism, right? Being optimistic about life, about things, about maybe change, making the change, right? In this next chapter of your life. So let's see what else, pile 3. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Healing wounds. We have the badger and ginkgo. Healing wounds. Okay. Let's see what else. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Right? Maybe that is a lot of inner work that you will be doing here in order to restore balance and happiness within yourself. Pile number 3, where will this next chapter of your life bring you? The heart center. We have connection, love, and also receiving. So for many of you, this can also be healing a lot of heart chakra wounds, blockages that are putting you in a place where as you heal these wounds, you open yourself up towards, for some of you, potentially new love. Potentially new love. Could even be connections with others, right? Friends, new people. Could even be something that's creating more restorative harmony within your family. Family connections. Maybe teaching you, not for some of you that are maybe very guarded, letting the guard down, being more open to being vulnerable, trusting, trusting again, being open to receiving love, taking time to fill your own cup so that you actually have love to give, right? And that may be something that you do learn with the Hermit energy, with a lot of the healing. So let's see what else. Pile number 3, where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Okay, yep, look at that, purification. That's what I was saying with that water that's coming through in that stream and the sun card. Purification. I'm also seeing how there's this smoke here, right? A smoke that's also clearing here. So let's see. This is a very specific message that's coming through. I don't know how, but I'm just being, Spirit's kind of drawing my attention again to this death card with this guy who's got these arrows in him. And I'm feeling for many of you, this is important for you, this next chapter of your life with all of this healing here, because many of you are holding a lot of trauma in your body, okay, within yourself. And the way that our body responds to trauma is by holding a lot inside, right, which could affect us in many different ways. And one of the things that I'm noticing here is that for some of you it can be muscular, okay? I'm getting like people that have fibromyalgia, even arthritis, or even just kind of feeling like a lot of backaches, a lot of neck, a lot of from all of the things that you've gone through within your life, that you're holding on to a lot of that energy in your body, and It could be making you feel very stressed, very fatigued, very drained, exhausted. Almost like holding on to that energetically is something that is being stored in the body, right? Not just within the muscles for some of you, but in the cells, right? The memory that the cells have of going through those specific traumas. So this is a need for releasing that on an energetic level, this healing, this purification that's going to be so profound for you. And for some of you, this can even be something that does help to alleviate a lot of that you're dealing with, that may be kind of even affecting your health. Okay. Okay, so it's a very somatic in a way that the body is holding on to that energy. And it could be manifesting for you as aches, pains, maybe even headaches for some of you. I'm noticing there's this skull that's here, and that lightning bolt is like right there. Yeah, but I'm feeling it's a lot of it is maybe affecting some of you with muscular aches, pains, stresses, headaches, back aches, neck aches, just the body. So that I'm feeling for many of you is something very powerful to help you to change and shift out of this energy and kind of, like I said, this restorative, regenerative energy. Let's see, pile 3. Where will this next chapter of your life bring you? Harmony. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm definitely feeling more stability here. Okay, much more stability. I'm also seeing this as a breaking free of things that have been holding you back. I'm noticing how this is number 15, which is the Devil card. And I'm feeling for many of you that may be a lot of what you are releasing here is fears, illusions, doubts, insecurities, self-limiting beliefs. Some of you can even be letting go of toxic relationships or situations, friendships, family situations, bringing balance to them. I'm seeing how there's the scales here. There's also a lot of this water droplets. That's kind of, so to me, that's a lot of emotional release. Okay, which is bringing about balance and harmony within you. Stability. Again, with the heart center, we have the number 2 and the number 9. The 2 connects into the High Priestess, which is about intuition. Being able to trust intuition to where you're being guided. The number 9 is the Hermit energy. Together they are 11, which is the Justice card. Balance. Karmic balance. Okay. Is what we're seeing happening within the next chapter of your life. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 3. I do hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.